And we're getting live now. I can sort of see a few people there already. I don't think that they can see me yet. I think I'm just going to have another little toot in the back here. Nearly ready to go. And the countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, have you got it? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, put it on the music. Put it on the music. Hey! And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Remax Sales Rally 2020. Post-apocalyptic. And we've already got a pile of people online. Indeed, this is a first. This is a first. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wilfred Rump, and I will be your MC for the beginning of this wonderful sales day. 2020 has been such a hell of a year, you know. I just had to have a little toot this morning just to calm my nerves. You know, and I hope that everybody is coming online now. We are going to wait just a little bit while everybody clicks on the clicks and make sure they get in there. You notice that you have the comments as well. Hello, Natasha Mendel. Lovely to have you online this morning. And Peniota Patsis from Port Elizabeth as well. Beautiful. Marcel, you too. Woo, there's so many people online. It's going to be wonderful. We've got the comments coming. Hello, Mark. Lovely to have you too. I see everybody's in the vibe. Everybody's getting ready to go. Max Toti. Lovely, all the way from Durban. Isn't this absolutely marvelous? And we've got quite a lot to get through, so we're not going to spend too much time messing about. And I know it's pretty much 10 o'clock now, so we're going to start off. And now what I want you to do is put up a comment of where you are, where you're watching from. And I don't know if a lot of you are in groups, and then some of you are just sitting at home alone with your cat. But that's okay. We're all right with that. So I'm going to sing a song, and I'll sing your comments. Shake my nose as you rattle my brain. Peniota Patsis says hello, definitely. Peniota Patsis says a lot there. Goodness gracious, Remax Advance. You'll have to love because I thought it was funny. Remax Elite says good morning, honey. Helen Lipschitz, hello, baby. Goodness gracious, Stephen Shear. Kiss me, baby. Woo! Remax Platinum Rustenberg. Melissa Rousseau. I want to love you like Kevin B. from Sale. And Chantel from Sale as well. I hope they are married. I don't know. Susan Watts says good morning, everybody. And Lynn Eatwell is going to eat well this morning. Come on, baby. Cheryl Adley. Good morning from Plett. I hope you've got good weather. All right, Lucy Reynolds. Lovely to have you on board as well. Isn't that right? Lynn Vogel. Oh, hello there from RPA. And Amanda De Beer. I hope that you haven't had too many beers this morning. Antilia Pen. Nzwawi, good for you. Martin Potgeta. Chakaranda. Etienne Dupree. Wow, so many people on this morning. Hello, Mr. Vatoon. It's me, baby. Woo, Helga Gauss says property in Durbanville. Ernst Wippener. Valerie Critzer says, hello, good morning. And Andrew Grant Smith, a double-barreled name. Etienne Dupree says, I'm watching from home. Cecilia Lehman from Remax Property Center. And Gary Nichols from Hello from Toti. Mark Besadnert, Dazzle in Kempton Park. Remax Makanda is here as well. Oh my goodness, hello Owen, lovely to see you too. So many people online. We've got a pile of activity. Oh, thank you, Marcel. I'm going indeed. You know, I had to get used to all those computer things and the online streaming with this apocalyptic thing going on with COVID. You know, one has to do this stuff and had to get used to computers. Hello, Susan Opie, lovely to see you too. And I don't hope you got the computer right, because I don't even know how to change the oil. You know, the computer chap on the line says to me, what operating system are you using? I said, I'm using electricity. I switch it on and off it goes. You know? I've got one of those Nokia, the old Nokias, you know, that's good old WhatsApp. That's the one you want. The Nokia is very, very hardy. In fact, it's such a tough phone. This morning, it fell down 3 flights of stairs. Not a scratch on it. Not a scratch. Of course, it was in my pocket at the time. Hello, Dave. Crystal, lovely to see you here as well. And Gershon Mitrus. Oh, yes. I hope that you had a nice sleep in your Mitrus last night. And Nicole Hollis, too. Lovely to see you here. Woo, there's so many people coming on. It's absolutely wonderful. We've got over 250 strikes here, so that means that there must be thousands of people online this morning. All roared up for the sales rally indeed. We were at Sun City before, and we had a wonderful time. Have a wonderful time. So thank you for the comments. Keep them coming. That's going to be absolutely awesome today if we can do that. And remember to stay until the end because there's some lucky draws. Quite a few, in fact, you know. We've got a whole lot of stuff coming. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I am going to call on now live. We are going to call on Adrian Goslett. Hello, Adrian.
Hello, Admiral. How are you doing?
Hello. Lovely to have you on. And whereabouts are you? Of course, Cape Town?
I am. I'm actually at the office at the moment. So just walked in, getting ourselves ready for the next few minutes.
Marvelous. I see all the clocks on the wall ready to go, telling you what time zone it is. Yeah, lovely. And I see you've got your marijuana growing there in the pots.
Let's just move away from that quick.
Show us a little bit around there, Adrian. What have you got? I like the khakis.
My Remax shoes on.
Absolutely marvelous. I love that.
So let me walk around a little. Here's our staff, brother. Here's our team. There we go.
Excellent. Hello, team. Wave. I can see. Lovely. Remax Cape Town. Fantastic.
So yeah, we're all looking forward to this. I know there's a lot of officers watching from around the country, watching together. Some are having a braai, some are having a few drinks, some are having the staff meeting. So shout out to everybody. Yes, absolutely. Then there's, judging by the comments coming up here, Leidenberg even all the way up there. Chomotso, hello Chomotso, and Dynamique, and Remax Dynamique. So there's Manipul saying hello as well. All sorts of comments coming through. My goodness. So we've got a real vibe happening here today, Adrian. It's going to be great fun. No, absolutely. I mean, and also I just should mention a big shout out to Remax Impact. They invited me to their office opening today. They moved offices. I couldn't be there because I'm obviously here. So to everybody at Remax Impact, I know you all there watching.
Remax Impact.
Huge shout out.
Fantastic, fantastic. Hello from the other Remax guys are all putting their comments in as well. But fantastic for Impact for opening their offices. New business, new stuff. That's always exciting, especially in this time of rebuilding post-apocalypse.
Yeah, it's been an interesting time, hasn't it? These last few months. But
unbelievable.
It's amazing. I mean, our Remax people have really, really shone. I mean, it was a tough period. Two months of not being able to do anything. A month later of it, being still semi-lockdown, and our guys have come out the blocks absolutely firing, which you'll see when I do a little presentation just a little bit later.
Yes, you're going to get ready for that. In fact,
I am.
I hope that you've got to go to the studio now and go and do your thing, Adrian.
I do. I'll go sort out my hair and makeup, Admiral.
I love the giraffe's head in the background. It looks like you're in the wilderness.
Sometimes it feels like I'm in the wilderness.
Actually, if you move a little back, it looks like it's growing out of your head.
There we go.
Hello. So that's what goes on in that head of yours, Adrian Goslett. I'm not surprised. I see. Mark Atwood from Border, all watching. Fantastic. From Somerset West, Helderberg. Wow, amazing. And congratulations to Remax Impact there from Natasha too. Fantastic. All right, Adrian, you go and get ready in the studio now. And then, yes, off you go. We put him backstage. He's got to get into the studio. and then we got to try and get. Hold on, I see Elizabeth Bowker saying hello, good morning, sunny Grahamstown. Hello, Makanda, that's the new one. Daniela Wolmerons, hello, lovely. Ooh, incredible amount of comments coming in. The people that are online, awesome, absolutely awesome. So, the WhatsApps were flying around beforehand as well. I get to do WhatsApp. People, they had to put an advert in the paper. Don't WhatsApp 10111. Imagine that. For the youngsters, they don't know what's going on. They haven't got an idea of how to slam down a telephone anymore, They don't know that. It's whoop, 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 whoop. And it's, OMG, you can't, because you can't say, oh my God, you've got to say OMG these days, or WTF. My daughter sent me the other way, WT. I don't know what that means. I think it means, what do you think, Andrew Lowe? I think it means wait till Friday. Well, it's Wednesday today, so that's okay. We'll do that. And even the technology is so difficult. My own father was done in by technology. They took his job. He was a security man. He was replaced by a lock. And the passwords, I never remember my password. I tell you what, I've got a tip for you before we go to Adrian. If you have to set your password, then you set it as incorrect. And then if you forget your password, your computer says your password is incorrect, and then you remember. Hello, Mary Karumbi. Sunny Hill. Hello, Sunny Hill. I don't know if that's your name or your business. There was Jan Gill and Sunny Hill all together. Shout out from Property Associates. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go across to Adrian now for his presentation in the studio. Take it away, Adrian. Take it away.
Well, for those I haven't said good morning to yet, because you're just tuning in now from home or from your office, welcome to the first Remax virtual sales rally. It's fantastic to have you guys with us, and I hope that the next few minutes, the next 45 minutes are going to be inspirational for you. Hopefully we're going to be sharing some stuff that, that you went through and that you'll be able to reflect on, but more importantly, looking forward at where we want to go. So I tell you what, let's get straight into it, shall we? I mean, this year has been one for the books, hasn't it? 2020 has been completely different from every other year, especially those lockdown months of April and May. And who wants to go back to those? I know certainly not me. Although it is interesting that in those months, there are a couple of interesting insights that I'm going to share with you from a Remax perspective. And I would like to think that for you, on a personal level, you grew through that period as well. And I certainly got to spend, and Vicky and I certainly got to spend a lot more time with the kids. Some might argue that's not a good thing, but in our case it was. It was great to spend time with the family. And we're sitting here now, all of us, on the 30th of September. And what's interesting for me, for those who know, I travel a lot. Last year I had just over 80 flights for the year, mostly local. And this year, as we stand right now, I've had 4. But yet, we've still been able to deliver services to our Remax network. We've still been able to deliver the support that hopefully you've been enjoying. And some of that I want to share with you now for some of you that might not have engaged or used some of those services that we've been promoting. So, it started here. I know the year didn't start here. I mean, there was stuff that happened before. And in fact, the first few months of the year, Remax did particularly well. We were on this upward path in terms of sales and agent growth and so forth. We celebrated our 25th year at Sun City. Do you remember that? That was like, I don't know, 15 years ago. That's what it feels like. But in February, we celebrated at Sun City, and many of you were there, and I hope you enjoyed that. And then came 26th of March, and life changed for many. In fact, our regional office, where I'm doing this presentation from today, we all went into lockdown on the 16th of March because I could sort of see what was coming. But most of us in the rest of the country went into lockdown on the 26th of March. And I can tell you that that was the first day that I ever wore a mask. it's certainly the first I ever wore a branded Remax mask, and we put that out to the network with a whole bunch of other stuff. All of a sudden, we had to come up with all these different protocols, all of us. We had to learn about sanitizing, and I dare say learn about washing hands. Hopefully you didn't have to learn how to wash hands, but we were taught how to wash hands properly. We had new terms thrown at us like lockdown and downgrade and workplace regulations and things that we've never really had to deal with before, but we adapted. We all adapted, and we put out some examples and recommendations to your offices, and they obviously followed those as well. Well, we all thought lockdown was going to be around 3 weeks, right? So did I. That's why I decided to come up with this messaging, which incorporated a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of education, a little bit of fun. It's called the Daily Dose. And I thought it was going to be 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden it was 4, 5, 6, and after 7 weeks I was like, how long are we actually going to be sitting in our houses? And we decided to change tack, but hopefully you tapped into some of this, and it was really just to keep you guys focused and energized and hopefully motivated through that period, because let's face it, it was a really, really difficult period. But not just inspirational stuff, we also used that period to upskill, or rather to upgrade our platforms. For example, our online training platform. We introduced over 20 new courses to that online training platform, and we upgraded the usage of it at the same time, and many of you have benefited from that. And I can see that because I saw it in your mandates and I saw it in your sales in the period just post-lockdown. But I'm glad some of you tapped into that. And if you haven't, you might want to go check that out. It's sitting on the Remax Hub, right? And it's from real estate skills training to education-based training and courses to legal stuff to tech stuff. It's all there. Go and check it out. The online training platform sitting on the Remax Hub. But also inside of that period, there was a bit of fighting going on and boxing. I mean, we were locked down, right, for, what was it, 66 or 70 days? I forget now. It feels like a lifetime ago. But in that period, we were lobbying as much as we could to get real estate moved up to a different alert level so that we could operate. And it was hard work. I must be honest, I don't know how many people of influence that I spoke to during that time. I was writing emails and letters to the Command Council, engaging with some ministers. I mean, at one point, I even had the South African ambassador to Germany call me to see if he could assist. Anyway, we went through that period and we came out of it eventually, but no doubt it was frustrating for all of you. Not just because you couldn't engage in real estate and you couldn't put on, get listings on the board and couldn't necessarily do sales to that effect, but because you couldn't see your family and friends. I mean, that has a massive emotional impact on all of us, right? And we understood that, and that's why we tried everything we could just to be that support for you without putting additional stress and pressure on you. But it's interesting that during these times, and what I find is that a person's true nature, is revealed at the times of greatest adversity. Don't you find that as well? When your back's to the wall, that's when the true you comes out, the fight or flight. And I'm glad to say that at Remax, we've got over 2,500 fighters that find a solution, that find a way, that if they can't do business on a day-to-day basis because they're literally locked down or locked up at home, and they upskilled themselves, they improved themselves and came out of the blocks firing early in June. I did say during that period, we got to spend a lot more time with our family, and I do empathize with those that were at home. Some of you don't have family around you and you live on your own, and that must have been really tough, and I hope that that your friends and family reached out to you, albeit virtually through Zoom. Here's another thing. None of us knew what Zoom was pre-26th of March, and now all of a sudden we all know about Zoom and Microsoft Teams and Hangout and all these other virtual platforms. But the slide I've got up here is one of gratitude. And for me, I really was grateful for that period. And I say that with respect. No one wanted to be locked away. No one wanted to not be able to see their family and friends. But from my own perspective, I got to spend a lot more time with my family and reflect on things that maybe I didn't need to be doing, things that I was doing and didn't need to be doing, and things that I wasn't doing and things that I should be doing, playing more board games and spending more time with the kids and messing about outside. And when we had the opportunity to eventually go for walks and bike rides, to do that as a family. So I was certainly grateful for that period. I was also very grateful for being at Remax, for working with people like you who, let's face it, you're different from the rest. You are a cut above the rest, in fact. And it was an honor and a privilege, and I am grateful for being in a company and in company like yourselves. The other thing that stood out for me during this period was certainly leadership. And when I say leadership, I don't just mean leadership in title. I'm not talking about the CEO or the broker owner or the broker manager. I'm talking about leaders in this organization stood up and led from the front through inspiration, through what they were doing, through the actions that they were taking, and others followed those actions. Now, yes, your broker owners are certainly true leaders, and the services that they put out and the support that they gave meant that despite us going through one of the toughest periods, certainly in South Africa's history, we had a whole bunch of people knocking on our door wanting to join Remax in that hard lockdown period. I mean, it's mind-blowing. When I prepared the budgets at the beginning of the year, I certainly had no idea what was coming in that March, April, May, and I guess leading up to now. I had no idea what was coming. But when it did, I re-looked at everything, and I had actually planned to lose 200 agents in the first 2 months. Now, you might find that crazy, but look back at 2008. In 2008, Remax went from 2,100 agents to 1,300 agents in the space of 18 months when we went through the financial crisis. And the industry was even worse than that. In fact, much worse than that. So I planned to lose 200 in the first 2 months and then another 100 every month thereafter to reach a point where we'd be at around 1,700 agents by now, actually, by the end of September. But what happened was the reverse was true. Well, the reverse happened. People started knocking on our door, wanting to join Remax. So many people wanted to rejoin the organization. In fact, during that hard lockdown period, we had a net growth of 75 agents. And I must be honest, that's difficult to explain. I mean, yes, in some respects, you could say it's the brand and it's the professional image, and certainly it's our leadership in terms of our broker owners and our services and our tech. And you can add all that up. But there's some magical element that brings that all together that makes people want to join an organization to grow it in a period where you would have expected contraction. A period where you weren't able to do a listing, a period where you weren't able to get in front of a client, where you weren't able to sign an OTP, and you certainly weren't able to send it to the deeds office to get registered. But it then got us thinking, now what if? If that's what we could do during this period without putting a sale on the board, what if in 2020 everyone had their best year ever? And I remember talking to a couple of broker owners about this, and we were not debating, but we were discussing whether that's even possible. Having been locked down, having not been able to do anything, but yet seeing success in slivers of the business where our competitors were, well, not seeing the same results. So my question that we pinned for ourselves was, what if in 2020 everyone had their best year ever? And in May, that might have seemed impossible. It might have seemed unrealistic. But it's funny when you put that on the board and you keep it in front of you all the time, things tend to change. So what changed on the 3rd of June? Well, on the 3rd of June, we were told we could go back to work, right? And it says, as the slide says here behind me, we are back in business. Well, technically, we were always in business, but I guess officially we were allowed to go out of our front doors and go and see clients, albeit virtually at the beginning, but we were allowed to operate. So 3rd of June, there were lots of tears shed, tears of happiness and sadness and joy and surprise, but the bottom line is we were able to get back to work. And then we did get back to work, and we did get listings on the board, and we did bring buyers to sellers and meet expectations, and offer to purchasers was signed. And then we sent them to places like to our attorneys who took them to the deeds office. And I wanted to show you a photo of the deeds office in Cape Town in that month of June. Yes, that's right. You all put these sales on the board, and then you were hamstrung again because the deeds office was opened and closed and opened and closed. In fact, it took a long time for them just to open for us to be able to process some transactions. And I know that there's still a backlog at the moment, and municipal offices. And I don't want to compound it all, but because you went through it. So June was just as tough as April and May, because while you might have been putting some sales on the board, the cash flow just wasn't there, right? Well, things changed significantly thereafter. And this slide here will illustrate that. In fact, that's what I said a little bit earlier. If you look at January and February and March, Remax came out the blocks in 2020 shining. And you guys were putting some monstrous numbers on the board. And then April and May hit, and we had that dip. And then June, July, and you don't see August on the screen because I'm going to show that to you separately, exploded. It literally exploded. From July, where we hit a record month of 2.4 billion rand, the highest ever sales month in the history of the company, came on the back of a hard lockdown in the middle of a pandemic. Let's just let that sink in for a little bit. 2.4 billion, and it was, I couldn't explain it. Yes, you could say the interest rates came down. They did. Interest rates came down significantly, so that played a huge factor. You could say that there was pent-up demand, and yes, there was some pent-up demand. You could say that we have the best agents, and you'd be right. We do have the best agents. But if you put all that together, hitting a record month, literally a month after a hard lockdown where you weren't able to operate, well, it was certainly, let's call it a surprise to me, a very pleasant surprise. And then, boom, in August, 3.3 billion rand in sales. I mean, we just had a record month of 2.4 billion, and then you guys went and sold 3.3 billion rands worth of property. And I had competitors call me, I had friends message me going, is that right? Is the number correct? At one point, our head of IT, Stefan, played a prank on me because I put the number out, and he went, oh, did you notice it was actually a mistake in the billing that happened at the end of the month? And I went pale because I've just put this out to the whole world for him to just say, hey, just kidding. Actually, you just did 50% better than your, when I say you, I mean you did 50% better than your best ever month, which was last month. So I guess you need to give yourself a virtual round of applause wherever you're sitting, whether you're in your office at the moment or whether you're sitting at home in your slippers, like I did for a lot of the videos I did during the lockdown. But a huge congratulations to all of you, right? So here's some of the stuff that we did during this period, starting with some of the marketing elements. And hopefully, again, you've seen some of this. Hopefully not just seen it, hopefully you've used some of it. So we changed the wording and we changed some of the imagery to suit the times, right? So for example, some of these things behind me say, time for a change of view. Stay-at-home sanctuaries. We brought all these elements out, whether they be email signatures or flyers or designs for Facebook and social media and other, that you could use to be relevant to your clients. We also brought out some rental related stuff, right? End of your rental agreement, start of your new stay-at-home chapter. I mentioned interest rates came down or have come down significantly. Well, they've come down to such an extent that first-time buyers are the market at the moment. And renters are looking to buy because an unprecedented time exists right now where it's better to buy and often cheaper at the moment to buy than it is to rent. So we brought out some of these elements as well for you to use, some marketing elements. August was Women's Month. We featured some of our leading women in the organization through Women's Month, and hopefully you used some of this material and engaged in it as well. We also we tackled quite a serious subject as well, and without laboring on that, we had an incident that happened in the middle of July, something that came out, and it just so happened that we had already planned to do some work with Gavin Sharples on this book called The Real Manual. And we sent the Real Manual book to every single one of our broker owners out there with the intention to raise the awareness around gender-based violence, specifically against women and children. If you don't know what this is about, I encourage you to go and hop on therealmansite.com, therealmansite.com, or go and check out the Time Out with Remax that's still sitting up on YouTube to find out a bit more about this. And not just to find out more about it, but I want to encourage you to engage. It's a serious topic in this country. It's a pandemic of its own that needs to be addressed. And really it begins with me and it begins with you to make some sort of impact, to make a positive impact and change in our country. So anyway, you want to find out more about that, check out the Time Out with Remax on that, or go check out the Real Man site. So what else did our marketing team do? Well, a host of material that's sitting on the Remax Hub, right? We keep updating this, from thank you designs to anniversaries to birthdays to welcoming a new child into the world, all that sort of stuff. It's not just for you to use for your personal sphere, but it's there for your clients as well. So please do tap in. Where is it? It's on the Remax Hub. We also introduced something called Photofy. It's an app, so go check that out on your phone. You can go into the App Store, or if you use a Samsung, go into the, I think it's called the Play Store. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. So go check it out there. Download Photofy, play around with it. It's got all sorts of Remax designs, and pretty much what you saw earlier, some of those designs that Sabrina and Vicky and Kim and the marketing team come up with, you can create some of that on your own in about 30 seconds just with that Photofy app. So you might want to check that out. And then there was another product we promoted to your broker owners called Box Brownie. So go check that out on boxbrownie.com. What they do is virtual staging of a home. So literally, they can suck out the interior of a home, the lounge, the floor, the pictures on the wall, and they can virtually stage it with other furniture. If you think I'm kidding, go check out boxbrownie.com. You'll see a few examples and something that you might want to use, because when you take those photos and it doesn't quite have the right lighting, etc., this can get manipulated for you to get those beautiful sunset type looks, you know, the shots taken at dawn or dusk. So go check out boxbrownie.com. There's also the digital business card. We've spoken about this a few times. So those of you who don't have a digital business card, now you might really want one, because people don't want to be receiving physical things from you necessarily, certainly not business cards. Go check that out. You'll get all the details again on the Remax Hub, or just talk to your broker owner. We also brought out a new, what do we call this? A marketing activity report. So on all of your listings, we now have a different visual for it, so that you can give to your seller that shows how many people have viewed, from which portal they viewed, how many days it's been listed. Again, go and check that out. And please do use it. It's an important tool that you can use with your seller. Certainly that would lead to repricing when required. We've also brought out new designs inside of the Design Hub for you to use to promote all your properties. So these are just some of the things that our marketing team's been doing, right? A whole lot more. By the time you're listening to me now, by the time you get back to your office next week, no doubt there's going to be a whole lot more marketing stuff put out. So go and check that out. Our PR team, just look at these numbers here. All right, I'm going to step off screen for a little bit. Just have a look at some of these numbers. Remax has made up this year over 40% of all online PR. In other words, 4 out of every 10 articles online have been a Remax article, which is phenomenal. And that's translated, hopefully, into market presence where you find yourself, and which maybe makes the conversation with the seller a little bit easier for you. Also, from a social media perspective, without going into all of these numbers, all you need to know is that in each of these, there's been a significant shift upwards in terms of viewership and users and likes and all that other fun stuff that comes with social media. But it's not just fun stuff, is it? It's about influence as well. So there's a lot more people being influenced through what Remax is doing across the country. Events and training. Just because we can't meet physically and we can't have more than, well, at the moment, 50 people in a room, doesn't mean we didn't put a whole lot of events and training out. We started early this year early in lockdown with the Millionaires training, and a number of you went through this, and again, hopefully you've reaped the benefits from that, of doing the training with Grant. I believe it was about 170 people that actually went through that course and benefited from it. We did Time Out with Remax, if you recall. We started with, firstly in lockdown, almost every week, every Thursday, we had some different speaker engage with you, whether it was inspirational, sales-based, motivational, health-based. We tried to vary the topics, and now we've scaled that back to doing it on the last Thursday of every month. They're all still available on YouTube, so if you want to go back and check some of them out, I really would encourage that, and I would recommend it, in fact, for you if you haven't seen those Time Out with Remax. The nice thing with them is we opened it up to everybody. It wasn't just Remax specific. If you wanted your family and friends and so forth to engage, even colleagues, not colleagues, even your clients, you could then do that. We did CDPA training as well. Anthea has been doing CDPA training around the country. At the moment, stand to be corrected, but I think the number is upwards of 500 people that have done CDPA training or will have done it by the end of this year, with a whole lot more putting their hands up to do that training next year. What is CDPA? If you can't read it on the screen, it says Certified Distressed Property Advisor Course. Why is that important? Because I think there are still some tough times ahead of us, and I think it's going to be important that we understand how to engage with the client with empathy, because this is a very different sale from a regular mandate and sale, right? So that's out there. So if you want to do any of those courses, remember, register, do that through our events team. We brought out a whole lot of collateral around that for those that do CDPA, different flyers. Our marketing team came up with many of these. We did email signatures, Facebook, excuse me, Facebook and YouTube clips, etc. So you may want to go and check that out. As I mentioned earlier, we also brought out the weekly win, so changed it from the daily dose, and now I've been releasing something every week. Again, just something inspirational, something fun, something different to keep you focused, I suppose, and to keep you thinking about something different. Then there's the Remax Foundation. Now, here's some of the elements. The Coats and Cans campaign. Obviously, we ran through winter. We had the 67 minutes for Mandela Day, and many of you participated in that and raised funds. For those less fortunate, we thank you for that. And then in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so please look out for that, and feel free to support in whichever way you feel you could make a positive contribution or impact. So on our tech team side, they've also haven't been sitting on their hands. In fact, they've had a role in each of these different things I've been talking about. And in fact, if you look at this, maybe I should step off screen again so you can see it. Have a look at the increase in number of tickets, what we call tickets received. That's support. You know why? It's because during lockdown, a lot of you, I wouldn't say were forced, but because you had a few more minutes of time on your hand, you started using a lot of the products and services that we have. Naturally, the more you use them, the more tickets that were raised. And this is great because that means more Remax agents using more of the services available to us. And what's really cool to see here behind me is that our IT team gets a 95% positive rating. And that means 95 out of 100 of you think that they're doing a great job, and well, we believe that they are as well. So here's some stats for you. We've had an 80% increase in our CRM usage, 80% more people using our CRM, a 25% increase in website visitors, 40,000 designs have been created in our design hub by you, and we have our IT team have migrated 132,000 listings. What does that mean? Some of you have moved from the old Fusion platform onto our new Remax proprietary platform. And the rest of the offices will be done before the end of this year. But so far, 132,000 listings migrated. And that equates to 2.8 million images that were moved as well during that time. So the guys have been doing a huge amount of work behind the scenes. Then there's awards and recognition, and what I want to let you know is that we've changed the thresholds for this year. We realized that for 2 months you literally weren't able to do anything. The month of June you weren't able to register anything, so it was only fair to adjust some of these thresholds. Even though you may not be able to make them out on the screen, you can revisit this later or chat to your broker owner, because we sent that out on email. But know that all the club thresholds have been lowered slightly to fall in line and be relevant to the 2020 year, right? So all of you can still make your Chairman's Club, your Titan Diamond and Double Diamond, having those numbers, us having adjusted those numbers. And then something else exciting, we've rebranded the Premier Club. For those of you that know the Remax Premier Club, every year it's our top of the top agents around the country. We've rebranded that the Remax Stars, which stands for skill, tenacity, ambition, resilience, and success. So we will be doing an event later this year towards the end of November for our Remax Stars, and we look forward to hosting you guys probably in this virtual environment as well. So there's still a few months left in this year for you to get into that prestigious Remax Stars club. Now, I wanted to end with a story, and it's a story I've told before. It's the story of the donkey that fell into the well. And like I said, I've told it before, but I just think it's so relevant right now. And it's about this farmer's donkey that fell into the well on the farm. And the farmer was looking for it far and wide, and it got to the well, and it saw the donkey at the bottom of the well. And him being on his own, he wasn't able to get the donkey out as hard as he tried with ropes, etc. It was just impossible. And he thought the most humane thing to do would be to put the donkey out of its misery. So what the farmer did was he had some of his neighbors come over, and they started to shovel dirt into the well, and as they were throwing dirt into the well, the donkey was screaming and shouting. And if donkeys shout, I don't know what donkeys do. They were ee-awing, I don't know. But they were putting more sand into the well, and it was making a hell of a racket. And then after a while, there was no noise anymore. And they continued to shovel dirt into this well. And after a few minutes of more silence, the farmer looked over the side, and what he saw was that the donkey was still there. And in fact, what the donkey was doing with every shovel of dirt that was thrown in, that was hitting its back, the donkey was shaking it off and then standing on top of the dirt, and then shaking it off and then standing on top of the dirt and then shaking it off. And as that was continuing, the donkey was getting higher and higher until the donkey stepped out of the well. And if you look at 2020 and if you look at this period, that's what you as Remax agents, broker owners, support staff have done. You've been hit with a lot of dirt. You've had a whole lot of stuff thrown at you. And what you've done is you've shaken it off and you've stood on it and built on top of it. And then you got more stuff thrown your way and you shook it off and you stood on it, you learned from it, and you built on it. And many of you have stepped out the well a couple of months ago, and some of you are stepping out of that well now into the sunlight. But my question for you is, what are you going to do with the sunlight that's on you right now? What are you going to do with the opportunities that you have right now? Because this is only the beginning. We need to make up for that lost time, and you need to make up for that lost time. There's no point in looking back. Sometimes it's good to look back to reflect, but it's no point in looking back, because that is not the direction in which you're going. If you haven't hit the reset button already, you need to hit that reset button hard right now and start your year again, because there are still 3 months left. Set your goals and objectives, and maybe you need to redress them, maybe you need to change them and alter them, but set the goals and objectives that you want to achieve. There are still over 90 days left in this year, and that's 90 days to change the direction and positively impact the path that you're on. And you need to be specific about it. And some people will tell you, what you need to do is work smarter and not harder. You always got that one guy that goes, what you need to do, guys, is work smarter and not harder. Well, I'm telling you that in these 3 months that are left, you need to work smarter and harder if you want to achieve those objectives. If you want to achieve the goals that you set out for yourself at the beginning of this year, you can still do that. But you're going to have to do both. You're going to have to find a clever way to achieve that, and you're going to have to put in more effort than the people that are around you. Now, whether that's the phone calls or the appointments or getting in front of clients or sending more designs out of our design hub, whether it's using the CRM more, but ultimately you know what the activities are that lead to getting a mandate, and you know what the activities are of converting a mandate into a sale. Set out those activities and do more than the person next to you. Work smarter and work harder. And if you do that, you set those objectives, the goals, and you set the activities that you're going to do per week, and you continue to do them week in, week out for the next 12 weeks. Not only will you move forward, but you might just have your best year ever in 2020. I look forward to catching up with you all soon, and I hope to be able to do this in a more personal fashion. And maybe we have to wait till next year before we can, bump fists, shake hands, or give high fives. But I look forward to your success, not only for the rest of 2020, but where you set yourself up for an unbelievable 2021.
Lassie, hey, dankie Adrian, he's going to go in. Yes, hey. Thank you very much. Okay, vat die musiek af. Ja, bietjie af. Ja, daar sy. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Officer Helmut Romspoet, and thank you, Adrian. He's going to go and get out of the studio now and go and join his team back in the office, waar julle almal is. I am here from Traffic Department Training Services. I am here also to do a little bit of linkage between some of the things that is happening, because it's such exciting stuff. We've got some comments, a whole bunch of comments and things coming in as well. I can see them popping all the time. Yeah, Michael Hauser from lockdown in Switzerland. In Switzerland, all the way over there. That is the beauty of this. Excuse me, met die brille, hoorie. Dis my it is my for checking out hierdie is my jagsbrille. You weet, I call it a jagsbrille because when the ladies see me, then the ladies get the jags. Okay, so hello, Marianne Venter, lekker om jou te had. They used to call me in the school, before I joined the police, they used to call me Einstein. Yes, because I was so clever. They always say, nice one, Einstein, they say to me. But ek is 'n spietkop, en it's training. They make me tough. Hulle het my fris gemaak. Hallo Eugene. And Dion Westraat. Hallo, Jesse from Remix Jowick. Hallo, Jason van Bloemfontein. Lekker, Bloemenstein. What I'm saying is, they make me tough. And Adrian was talking about his children. Spending time with his children. Now, some of you in lockdown, you want to moor your children because it is hectic. But for those parents that don't want to moor their children, you can choose a sport like boxing. That's what my parents did. My parents did not want to moor me. They instead send me somewhere else for other people to moor me. And before today's show, of course, you realize you have to be ready, fresh. And so they tell me when I was on here, I forgot to brush my teeth. Now, I remember a friend of mine, in fact, Marianne Venter, she told me one time, Marianne, she said from private property, she told me the one time, if you forget to brush your teeth, you must eat a whole packet of mints. So I got a mints, but now, yes, I got indigestion because I smell like frikadel. Hello Warikini, nice to see you, lekker. Ek het 'n show on a road. I'm telling you, in the old days they call me Red because I read a book once. Yes, but my wife, she read a lot of book, and communication is important. If you are a state agent, communication is the most important thing. And if you are like ek is 'n speedkop. Okay, there's a guy, I was in a road with my spoedgrens camera, my speed greens camera, trying to catch people for speeding. Ek check hulle, coming past, and then my battery go flat. So when I think myself, luister, I think I must go buy a battery for my camera. So I go to the shopping center. I say to the guy, can I please have a battery for my camera? He said to me, what does it take? I said, pictures. Wat anders gaan dit neem? Communications. Hulle verstaan nie, man. Hulle verstaan nie. When I'm phoning, my wife phoning me, she says, my dog is chasing a guy on a bicycle. I said, my darling, my dog can't even ride a bicycle. She said, no, but he got ran over. He got ran over. And she's crying. So I said, what can I do? My wife's dog is ran over. I asked the guy in the shop. He said, what you must do is, you must go to the shop and then you buy your identical dog. I said, what's you going to do with 2 dead dogs? Yes, so het jy nie 'n hart nie, man. I'm worry now. What can I do to myself? So my wife needs something. I think to myself, she's read a book. Maybe she read a lot of books. So I go to exclusive books. I say to the guy there, can I please have a book by Shakespeare? He said to me, which one? I said, William. Wat 'n een as jy weet, mense kon nie verstaan nie. Dis is die hallo Kobusventer, lekker om as jy sien. Lekker, hoor jy, team salute. Hey, hello, voel jy toe? It's nice to see you there as well, né? And Lynette Wilson. Yes, so. Okay, dames en here, you know, in these days now, it's days of age. And I as a policeman, I have to take care of rules and regulations. And the Jerusalema dance, everybody did that dance. Everybody did it, and it was online, and it was it was a helse ding, and everybody was dancing, making happy, and then everybody was finished dancing, and then everybody was going on to the next thing. But then Cyril come on the TV, and he say, okay, now that dance is finished, I want to all do it again. But that's okay, because we want to make people happy during this COVID, because otherwise you are going to be miserable. And we didn't want you to be miserable. Nee. So we are going to have a look now at the Jerusalema dance that you guys did. And we have put together a collage. So have a look at the Jerusalema.
Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze,
En daar sê, yes, so, nee, alai, hulundulu sê, gaat jy, lekker dans, absolutely well done, guys, yes, so, and the comments is still coming in, it's lekker, I love this vibe, I know all of you are together in the office, having a vibe, I hope you've got something to eat, maybe something to drink is, you can even, the first plane that goes over, you can go for it, although planes are not so common these days. Hallo, Kobus Venter en Andrew Grant Smith, daar is hy, ek sê Grant Smith, en maak besydenhoud, nee. Yes, so. Dames en here, jy weet, being speedkop is not easy. Maar Elise, ek sê vir jou, en Mike, it's as difficult as your surname, Mike. Ek sê vir jou, And I'm going to say, if I was always checking out for perpetrators and people that are disobeying the law, perpetrators of the law, people that cross me, ne? And we got a tip off. We got a tip off last night that there was some drinking going on with the preparations, ne? Nou, mense van Remax, you can't trust those guys with a little bit of dop, especially the ladies. And so I was checking it out. Hello, Coast and Country. Yes, you were there. You were there in Northland. You last nacht bietjie gedop because we got the tip of if there was some drinking going on. So I observe. Ek check met my jagbrille. Dan check ek vir die mense. Ek check ek vir die mense. Sure enough, at 3 o'clock in the morning, a perpetrator come out. Transgressor of the law. He's walking. Hello, Kenneth. Yes. And well done, Remax for yes. Galen, hello, look. Hello, Galen, look. He was walking like this in a swiggly manner towards his car. Then he tried to open his door with his sunglasses. Dan weet jy. He drive out in a swervy manner after this whole partytjie is going on inside. It's vieslik. Drive out. I follow him. I give chase met my blou lig met die versag met ek blou gaan. I give chase. Just out of town. Hello, Kevin B. van Zyl. Dankie man. Ja, so, jy maak my sommer as jy praat nie. Okay, and I give chase. I'm chasing outside. And then just outside, he stop his vehicle. I approach the vehicle in the usual manner. Ek sê vir hom, papers. He says to me, scissors. Trying to be funny with me. Ek sien hom. Ek sien hom. Karel, koetsie, in die kar. Hy sê, Karel, ek sien jou. Hy sê, give a license. Have you got a license? He said, you hold my beer while I give my license. Hy sê, you're trying to be funny. Pass it to me. I said to him, it says here on your license, it says here that your name is Dr. Iver Slinsay. He said, no, my name is, that's on the paper. He said, that's on the driver's license. It says here that you have to wear glasses. Why didn't you wear glasses? He says, I've got contacts. I don't care who you werk. Hy sê, blou en verbleffelizer. Die blou en verbleffelizer. Verbleffelizer says, not. I say, okay, we're having sound issue. Okay, we got we sit er op Scarlett daar. Scarlett. Okay. I say, he says to me, I was chosen, sir, as the decoy. Nee. He's full. Hello, Kathy Jensen. Nice to see you. Yes, I. Okay. Dames en heren, we are going to bring on now our speeding man, the man that is speeding all the way. And that is Karl Coetzee, all the way from Better Bond. All right. Okay, dames en heren, let's go. We're going to see some Better Bond. Say, it is coming off here, I'll say.
Hello, Remax. And what a great opportunity it is to be with your sales rally this afternoon. As you can see, I'm dressed in my driver's suit, and I have good memories of 9 months ago when we were at convention, and it was great just spending time with all of you, and I'm sure all of you have missed that since then. But it's our new world, and we're doing the best that we can. I've got some very exciting news for you today. I'm going to share 3 things with you. Firstly, we're going to give away 15,000 rands worth of lucky draws to 3 people a little bit later. I'm going to show you the new Better Bond ad campaign. I'm sure you're going to love it. And I'm going to show you some stats that we currently seeing in the market. That is really, really positive, amidst all this bad news that we've had in the past couple of months. So let me start off with those market stats and just give you a little bit of feeling of what South Africa is currently doing according to our numbers. If I look at our intake, and our intake is the number of customers
that apply for a home loan, you can see that the past 3 months has been exceptionally good, exceeding our volumes of last year. You can see on screen 51% higher than last year submissions in June. That sort of kept in July and again in August. So we can see this market recovering quite a bit faster than what we initially anticipated. And I'm sure all of you are feeling that in the number of homes you sell. I think a large portion of this can be contributed to the low interest rate. And our current forecast is that interest rate will still stay low for at least 18 months. Okay, so let's look at some of the market indicators. You can see average purchase price up from March this year to 1.3 million rand. Average loan amount also up to 1.156 million rand. And that's largely to do with the low interest rates and customers being able to afford more. You can see the loan to value request from customers down to 90%. So customers are willing to put down a 10% deposit, and what the banks are granting is around 82% LTV. So still some strong market behavior that we're currently experiencing. If we then go and we look at our approval ratios, we were worried about this. Will the banks still approve home loans? And indeed they are. We can see our approval ratio for August was actually up to 72%. Our average rate difference, so from what the customer gets offered in the beginning until what we negotiate for the customer, is 0.6% lower. So great news for customers, making sure that there's more affordability. And then the average declined at one bank, but approved with other banks. So initially, some of the banks, especially with industries that they are concerned about, decline, but we get it approved with some more banks. But let me tell you a little bit more about that. So I think what's important is that when you take a customer out, you want to know your chances of selling that home is the highest it possibly can be. And that is why you should use Better Bond. If you look at this, so if we submit to one bank, there's probably about 50% of customers that will be able to qualify for a bank. But if we submit to more banks, and that is what we do, that approval ratio goes as high as 78%. So I'm sure you would agree that that's what you want to do for your customer. You want to bring them to Better Bond to make sure that you have a high chance of selling that home. Over and above that, we're going to save your customer some money. If we apply with 4 banks, we are able to get a rate concession of 0.81% off what they would typically ask for interest rates. So again, very good news for your customers. So let me give you 6 reasons why I say you should use Better Bond. Firstly, we get a much higher chance of approval, and we've seen that. We can pre-approve your customer. To tell you that around 90% of customers that we pre-approve actually qualify for their bond. So good to get your customer pre-approved before you go show them that house. We submit to all the banks, so the customer can only do one application, and we do all the rest for him. We can get him a better interest rate, and you've seen that. We negotiate with the banks on the client's behalf, and the best of all, it is absolutely free for the customer. Great news indeed. Guys, we are very serious about service, and we want to give you 11 out of 10 service. And I want to invite you that if we don't live up to that standards, you are welcome to send me an email, and I will personally attend to that. You can also talk to our national channel manager, Stephen, who looks after the Remax relationship, or phone any of our regional managers who are there to assist you 100% of the time. And I hope that gives you comfort that we will do the best to service you and your customer at all times. Enough with the stats. So I've got very exciting news. I want to show you 1 or 2 of our ad campaigns that we've recently launched. It's all about it's a better time to bond. I hope you enjoy this.
If there's a house you're looking to turn into a home, there's never been a better time to bond. Because the real investment in a home are the bonds you make there with the people you love. And with interest rates being the lowest they've been in 50 years and Better Bond by your side, there's never been a better time to get a bond.
Time to bond with Better Bond.
Guys, there's been so many interest rate cuts this year, there's never been a better time to bond. I mean, why rent when you can own your own home? And if you're afraid of taking a leap of faith, let Better Bond do all the work for you for free. They do all the work and you get all the savings. So, what are you waiting for?
Time to bond with Better Bond.
Working from home has given us an opportunity to learn new stuff. And you might have learned that there's never been a better time to invest in property. But there's also lots of things you might not know about buying a home. Stuff like bond origination, South Africa's best kept secret. Better Bond will go all out to get you the best bond deal. And it's free. Go check it out yourself, because there's never been a better time to bond.
Time to bond with Better Bond.
What's up, Remax crew? It's Euphonic. I hope you guys enjoyed the Better Bond ad campaign. We're going to smash it this year. So get off your bums, go out there and sell homes.
Thank you very much, guys. And in closing, I just want to wish every single one of you the best success. May you sell more homes that you've ever done before, and may your recovery be much quicker than what you anticipated. Thank you for having us part of your sales rally, and best of luck.
Right, thank you very much to Carl. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the stage, that's over there, the guy that's off the stage, and that is Clyde Smithers. Yeah! Woo! Okay, we're gonna focus there a little bit. It's fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing these the awards soon as well. So Top Achievers, get ready. Woo! I know what you guys are thinking. Ooh, we don't know if we are the Top Achievers. Well, you will find out soon enough. That's right. My name is Clyde Smithers, and I am the MC for this little section of the show, the Remax Sales Rally 2020. Clyde Smithers. That's right. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Sit down, everyone. Sit down. I know a lot of you thinking, wow, Clyde, how do you get to where you are? Hello, Jacko Devil from Remax Dazzle, Razzle Dazzle, there in Kempton Park. And I hope that you guys are also together eating some food and getting some stuff together. It's getting very exciting because we're getting close to the awards. That's right. And, let me see. I'll tell you what. I've always had a dream, and I've been doing Monday nights at the stadium. Every Monday night at the stadium, I'm doing my show. So you know what it's like in business at the moment. A stadium holds like 80,000 people. My first show, we got 4 people. Cost me about 100,000 rand loss. But if you want to make money, you got to spend money. Hey, Pat some cocks. Hey, how's it? Cricket, woo. And this year, I know alles te klek, so we've got to make money. That's one thing I can tell you. When you make money, you got to spend money. So next week, we're hoping to double our numbers. So make sure that you support us. The tickets were 60 Rand a ticket. The tickets next week are 19,742 Rand a ticket. Okay, but I mean, obviously, I'm tough because I was brought up tough. My mother, I remember my first memory of my mother was looking at her through the window of the oven. We were playing hide and seek. She's like, "You're getting warmer." Wow. So anyway, it's a very exciting day for me. Obviously, people always say, "Wow, on screen you look so good, Clyde. You look like the statue of David," which is understandable because I'm pale and smooth and missing half of my privates. So. But we're strong. We're going ahead, and today's a special day for me, not just you, also me, because today, 8 years ago, I asked the woman of my dreams to go out with me, and today, I asked her to marry me. Yeah, both times, she said no. So it's fun. You got to build to stuff. You got to build. Like Tupac, and Lee Harvey Oswald. By the time Lee Harvey Oswald was my age, he'd already shot the president. I haven't even shot a normal person yet. But that's okay, because ladies and gentlemen, we've got our next guest coming up, and we've got the Top Achievers coming after that as well. Our next guest today is Stephen Walker from Standard Bank, who's going to give a presentation. So please welcome onto the stage, Mr. Stephen Barker.
On behalf of Standard Bank, we would like to thank everybody within the Remax family for all your support, not only over this year, but over many, many years of our ongoing partnership. I suppose tonight it's also very important to sort of recognize the great achievement by the award winners. So well done to everybody receiving an award tonight, but also those that sort of just didn't make it. There's always next year. And considering business seems to be sort of quite robust at the moment, let's hope that some of those numbers sort of can help others join this particular stage. At Standard Bank, we really sort of enjoy our purpose of helping people and families into homes. And as our partnership with Remax and the support over the years has definitely meant that we've achieved a lot of that through time. I think as we sort of get used to whatever the new normal is, there is something for housing and people valuing housing differently. So whether that's the fact that now I have to worry about working in the same area as I sort of live in, I think, if we just look at the sales of people looking for that home office desk, that sort of starts to bring a different value into property. So while we're probably at the moment sort of say the high volumes that we're seeing, there's a degree of pent-up demand, and with sort of people reassessing their situations, let's hope that one of the positives that we take out of these challenging times is that people sort of find new sanctuary in homes, and that means that sort of people look to invest in homes more, but also looking to sort of perhaps buy that next property that fits the family a little bit better. So as we sort of head forward, Standard Bank remains open for business. How we continue to help families into properties. And at the same stage, while interest rates are low and we expect interest rates to move, it's a great opportunity for people to enter the property market. And sort of we look to sort of help those families as they look to own their own property. So once again, let's enjoy these celebrations. Thank you very much for the contribution, and well done to the awards winners. Well done.
That's it. Well done. Thank you very much, Stephen. But Stephen, don't go away, because there's one more thing that Stephen has to do, and that is to announce the winner of the Standard Bank top supporter for Standard Bank. So come back, Stephen. Come back.
It's now time for the Standard Bank Top Supporter Award, which is determined by value since January to August 2020. This award goes to it's Team Kirby Potgieter from Remax Independent Properties. Well done to Kirby and the team, and well deserved, and thank you for the support. Well done.
Hey, yo, Kirby! Oh, yes! Coming from PE, we're not biased at all. We're not biased. Well done to Kirby Potgieter and the guys from all the way out there in Lorraine. Fantastic. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so that's just a taster. That's our first winner is the taster. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting straight into the awards, which is all what you guys have been waiting for. And that is, of course, the top achievers. And now I've got here, I'm going to appear on the screen. That's right, the Remax Awards based on registered commission as at September 2020. That's right, September 2020. So we're going to get straight on with it, with the top 5 individuals nationally. Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, Clinton Nell. Number 4, Magnus Bodenstein. Number 3, Charlene Moritz. And number 2, Michael Hauser from Remax Living. And our number 1 top individual nationally is Narina Fisher. That's from Jowick, Remax Jowick. Oh yeah, that's right. That's our first winner for tonight. Congratulations, Narina and your team. All right, that's the individuals. Now that's the top 5 teams nationally. Now we're looking at the teams. Okay, at number 5. At number 5 coming in is Team Matt de Beer from Weltevreden. That's Masters, Remax Masters. At number 4, Team Shim Gary. Yes, that's it, Remax Dazzle, Kempton Park. Team M&M, yum, yum, yum. That's at number 3 from Remax Town and Country. Number 2, the A-Team from Remax Panache. That's right, La Lucia. But our number 1 team nationally is Team PMI. That's right, Team me. All right. Come on. Team PMI, congratulations to you guys. Fantastic. From Krugersdorp. All right, our next one we're going here. It says the top 5 broker owners individual nationally. That's right. Top 5 broker owner individuals. And at number 5, Adele Carsten from Remax Property Specialists. Drew Henwood, number 4. And number 3, Annie van der Berg. And number 2, Roman Nordia. And our number 1 own individual, Jerry van der Merwe. That's Remax Direct. All right. Hey, Bambolea. Well done, Jerry and the team. Away we go. All right, our next one here. We're going through pretty quickly, I know. Got to keep up, keep fresh. All right. At number 5, the top broker owner teams. At number 5, Kobus Steenkamp. At Remax Town and Country, Krugersdorp. All the way to Krugersdorp. Einde Lange is number 4 at Remax Advance. Number 3, Lance Herold. Number 2, Kobe Potgieter from PE. And the heart racing because the number 1 owner teams nationally is Mariette Kloppers. Congratulations from Remax Info Globe. We got ya. All right. That's right. Mariette, well done. Congratulations. All right, give them a hand in the comments. Give them a hand. Clap. Give them the clap in the comments. All right, the top 5 single offices. This is your offices, ladies and gentlemen. At number 5, Remax 2000 in Florida. That's right. And Remax First is at number 4. That's in Bloemfontein. Number 3, Remax Premier in Claremont. At number 2, Remax Chowick, Rear Parks and Julian. Who is the top office nationally? Wakacho, Remax Dazzle. That's right, dazzling. All right. Well done to Remax Dazzle. That's right. Fantastic. All right, now we got multi-offices, right? Multi-offices naturally. Who are going to be the winners? Our top 5. At number 5, Remax Panache. Number 4, Infoglobe. Remax Infoglobe. Number 3, Remax Masters. That's right. And at 2, Remax Living. Remax Living. But who is the number 1 multi-office nationally? It is Remax Property Associates. Well done to the Property Associates. All right. All right. Send some congratulations in the comments as well. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And those are our winners today. Our winners, absolutely. All right. And now we got to. You must understand, as Clyde Smithers, it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting, this whole thing, you know. So and to do this kind of thing, especially during COVID, you've got to learn to face your fears. Face your fears. That's right, and you know, like a lot of people are scared of like insects and ants. Like for instance, ants. They're scared of ants. Why are people scared? I mean, like ants can pick up 20 times their own body weight. 20 times. A little ant can pick up 20 times their own body weight. Please, man, I can pick up millions of ants. Jeez. And spiders. Everyone worry about spiders, right? Like, yeah, spider. I read about spiders. Spiders have got their reproductive organs in their front 2 paws, which makes you look at a Spider-Man movie in a whole different light. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, you've got to face your fears. And I decided, Clyde Smithers, Clyde, I've got to get out of this place. I can't be locked down anymore. So. And I thought, I'm going to make my fortune, just like you guys. Just like you guys, make your fortune. That's right. And so I thought to myself, Clyde, you got to go. And I'll go all the way to Cape Town, to Grand West, to find my fortune. I left Uitenhage in a second-hand 1983 Ford Escort yellow. I came back 1 month later. 1 month later. In a brand spanking new 2020 grey Hound bus. Some things just don't work out. I think I'm going to have to try and ask for Adrian for a job. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there's one thing we've got to do now, and that is to get Carl, our speedster. Carl is going to come on and announce our lucky draw winners. Our lucky draw, 5,000 Rand each. So let's get Carl on board. Come on.
Now time for lucky draw time. Guys, I'm very excited to announce 3 winners of 5,000 Rand each. The first one goes to Remax Dazzle, and congratulations to Juliet Sele. Our second winner from Dolphins Realtors in Belito goes to Shannon Osborne. And then our third winner is from Remax Info Globe, and that is Lesego Tombo. Guys, congratulations to each one of you. We'll be in touch shortly.
Excellent. The winners, congratulations on the 5,000 Rand. Fantastic. And all the rest of you, I'm sorry, but we've got one more thing we can do. And you can win this online right now. We are going to do the first one. Hello, Nicole Hollis, a property practitioner. Fantastic PE as well. Bonnie Godfrey, hello. All the way. Jane Gill, Property Association. That's well done on your win. Janus de Klerk, so many comments. Absolutely wonderful to have you all online. I'm going to do this last thing, and we've got a hamper to give away, but we've got to do it online. So you've got to choose a person, choose somebody to type for you in the comments, okay? Because you've got to be quick on the keyboard. I'm going to do something for you now, which I've always been a drummer. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for having me here today as well. It's been fantastic, all the way from PE. And I think it's all gone pretty nicely. We've had a fantastic time with the comments. Wow, they've just been like going and going and going. It's been absolutely amazing. So I hope you've all enjoyed your first online sales conference. And what I'm going to do to end is I'm going to do a little thing on the drums. I've got my drums here. On the side, I managed to get some lovely little surroundings from Kobe. Kobe Potete, thank you for that. Here we go. I've got my camera number 2, and I'm on the drums. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the drums. I'm going to put a whole lot of songs that I love on the drums. I put them all together in a mishmash. And I want, in the comments, I want you guys to tell me 3 of the songs that I'm playing. If you can put the first person to put 3 of the songs that I'm playing now on the drums in the comments wins the Remax hamper, which will be flighted to you wherever you are, except to you in Switzerland. I don't know. I saw somebody in Switzerland still. You got to wait until you come back. Shay will keep it for you. I just want to say thank you to Shay and thank you to everybody. And Adrian, thank you to the guys for all the work you guys put in back behind the scenes. It's been an amazing time this morning. It's been quite an adrenaline rush, let me tell you. All right, so I'm going to play the songs now, and I want 3 of the songs that I'm playing. I want you to put them in the comments. The first one to get all those 3 in one comment wins the hamper. Okay, so enjoy. I'm going to speak to you afterwards. We'll announce the winner. Right here.
Everybody
I hope that somebody got it there. Let's have a look. Oh, we got a winner. Congratulations to David Bester. You are the winner of the hamper, and Shay will be in touch with you, I'm sure, to organize that. From me, thank you so much. Thank you to Adrian for coming on live as well. And the guys, all the guys for doing their live stuff. It's been absolutely amazing. And to think that we had a nice smooth run. It's all been beautiful. Thank you to all of you for joining us today, and I hope you've had fun. I'm Gino Fabry from PE, and I know the Cape Town guys have been working hard for this, so give Shay a heads up. Woo! And Adrian, thank you so much. And the guys, and a fantastic audience for all you guys for all the comments. Been absolutely amazing. Sorry. Oh, and the winners, and congratulations to all the winners as well of all the awards. And I'm sure that that looks like COVID's not holding you down. So best of luck in the future, and hopefully we'll see you again shortly. Ciao. All right. Let's try to sing some of those comments. All right. Who we got? Oh, they're still coming thick and fast. You guys are maniacs. All right, thank you. Goodbye.